When I was a kid, anytime me or any of my siblings got sick, my mom would always make for us a big pot of chicken arroz caldo. Some moms make their kids chicken noodle soup, but mine made arroz caldo and it would make me feel better every single time. Today, this is still a dish I'll make when I'm a little under the weather or when it's just a bit too cold outside. I'm Teddy Umali, and today I'll be sharing with you my grown-up version of chicken arroz caldo. Now, there are quite a few steps in this version, but if you're patient and plan ahead well enough, it's definitely worth it. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe, as your support is always appreciated. I'm Teddy Umali, and this is my chicken arroz caldo. First, we'll start with soaking our rice. I like to use a 50-50 mix of short grain and sweet rice, as the extra starch helps create a creamier texture. Now we'll prep some lemongrass to help elevate our chicken stock. I'm taking off the bottoms and some of the outer layers to help remove any excess dirt. Pounding the lemongrass will help release more of its essential oils and help provide a more fragrant aroma to your dishes. Since we'll be cooking our chicken for a long time, I prefer to use leg quarters because the dark meat won't dry out as much compared to the breast meat. After removing the excess fat, we'll start scoring along the leg bone and around the bottom joint to help for easier removal of the skin, which we'll be using for our chicharron or fried chicken skins. To get your chicken skin, firmly run your finger under the skin to separate it from the flesh. After that, simply begin to pull the skin away from the chicken until it releases. Now that you have your chicken skin, you can trim off any remaining fat you may not want. I like to leave a little on for flavor. Now we'll break down the chicken skins by spreading them out flat on our board. Depending on the size, you'll want to cut these into roughly 3 or 4 pieces. Here we have the chicken feet for our stock. Not only do you get the added health benefits from all of the collagen, but the collagen will also improve the overall mouthfeel and texture of your arroz caldo. Whenever possible, try and save any usable vegetable scraps you can to make a vegetable stock like I did here. This is completely optional, but in many cases it's always better to use some type of stock versus just plain water. To start your chicken stock, add your chicken feet, leg quarters, aromatics, then your vegetable stock or water. Bring your stock up to a low to medium simmer while occasionally skimming the top of any impurities. While your stock is working, let's start on the rest of our prep. Here I'm just having a little fun with throwback to my culinary school days, so if any of you still peel your onions like this, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. If you haven't done this with your onions yet, try leaving the bottom of the onion intact to help keep it together while cutting. Next is our garlic. After separating the cloves, take your knife and smash your garlic just like this. This will make removing the skins much easier. Now remove the bottom of your cloves and you're done. Now we'll be prepping our ginger to julienne. I find that using a spoon is the best tool to peel ginger. You end up peeling off less of the ginger while being able to get into those hard to reach places. Break your ginger down into more manageable pieces. Then, while not paying any attention to my pinky finger, slice your ginger into thin planks about 1/8 of an inch thick. From there, stack your planks and julienne them into about the same thickness. Now play with your ginger for a few seconds before moving on. Calamansi is a Philippine citrus that we'll be using as an accompaniment to highlight our arroz caldo. We're just cutting these in half and putting them aside for later. If calamansi is unavailable to you, you can always substitute with lemons or limes. For our garnish, I'm using this green onion shredder, which you can find online or in most Asian supermarkets. Once shredded, place the green onions in ice water to help them curl up. If you ran out of ice like I did, just use cold water instead and place the green onions in your freezer for about 10 minutes. If you use a lot of garlic in your cooking like I do, consider using pre-peeled garlic every now and then, as it can save you time in the kitchen. Now slice your garlic thin for your garnish. Make sure your cuts are consistent in size to ensure your garlic fries evenly. If you've never tried century egg, this is the perfect dish to try it with. Commonly paired with rice porridges, the pungent aroma and creamy texture of the yolk help take this arroz caldo to another level. When cutting your century egg, rub a little oil on your knife to allow for easier cutting, and be sure to wipe your blade and reapply oil after each cut. Now that we're finished with our initial prep, let's check back on our chicken stock. We'll remove our quarters and allow them to cool. Strain the rest of your stock and set it aside. Once your chicken is cool enough to handle, you can start removing the meat from the bone. You don't need to shred your chicken too much, as it will break down once stirred in with your rice. Go through your chicken one last time to remove any bones or cartilage you may have missed. Now we can start sweating our ginger and garlic in a medium-high heat pan with some oil. After a few minutes, add your onions and lightly season with salt. Just like the collagen from our chicken feet, adding turmeric offers added health benefits while giving your rice a nice golden hue. Once your onions have cooked down, add your rice and stir well. I love the rich golden color and sweet floral notes you get from cooking with saffron, and it really goes well with this dish. Thankfully, when used properly, a little goes a long way, so investing in saffron isn't as expensive as most think it would be. From here, we'll add all our pulled chicken back to the pan. Pour in your chicken stock, stir everything well, cover up your pan and bring your aroscaldo up to a low simmer for about 1 to 1.5 hours. For our garlic chips, we'll heat up some canola oil to about 325 degrees Fahrenheit and add our garlic slices in small batches. Once the garlic turns a light golden brown color, remove it with a strainer and drain on paper towels. Remember to pull your garlic a little before you think it's ready, as it will continue to cook a short while once it's out of the oil. Once drained, season with a little salt, and don't forget to save that oil, which can be used again for frying or even sauteing. For your chicken skins, lay them flat in a medium hot pan, then slightly turn up the heat. Turn your chicken skins occasionally to ensure proper browning. As you can see, there's no need to add any extra oil in this process, since the chicken skins will render and begin frying in their own fat. Once your chicken skins are golden brown, remove them from your pan to drain on a paper towel and season with salt. Now that our arroz caldo is done cooking, we'll go ahead and season it with a little patis or fish sauce. Try using fish sauce in place of salt to get a little extra umami out of your dish. Now, using all the components we prepared today, make yourself a hot bowl of chicken arroz caldo and take a break from all the hard work you just did. So that's my version of chicken arroz caldo. Again, shout out to my mom for always making this for us as kids. I'm so grateful for all the love and support you've showed me with my previous video. Even though this was originally intended to be my first, I hope you enjoy it all the same. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends and family. Also, let me know in the comments below how you make your arroz caldo, as I always love hearing from you. From my kitchen to yours, with love, peace, and good eats, until next time, I'm Teddy Umali.